What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to LTH, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to put in a wall Ethernet pass-through jack, essentially, right? So we're going to have two faceplates with RJ45 Ethernet ports going through the wall to another room so you can prevent yourself from having to wrap Ethernet cords outdoors, under the carpet, all that stuff. We're just going to go straight through the wall, so let's get on with today's video. Okay, so to do this task, you're going to essentially need your kit that you put into the wall for your Ethernet, a drill with a bit to go into the drywall, maybe a razor blade, a leveling, or a knife, or some kind of saw, as well as a stud finder. And you will be able to go from one room to the next room using all these tools. And if you have a drywall saw, even better, but let's go ahead and do this. Okay guys, so as we're getting this office rearranged, we have one issue. I usually have an Ethernet cable coming around and going into the other room. I don't want to do that. I want to go just straight through the wall. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to put a pass-through Ethernet connection in your wall at home. So one little thing I want to note right here, here's just a normal wall outlet. I actually measured this, and this is 11 inches and 3/4 or so from the bottom of this plate to the wall. So I'm going to do the same thing with my Ethernet adapter, do it about 11.5 to 12 inches from the floor for Ethernet pass through right now. Okay guys, right here and here I have a kit, and so within this kit, if I pull everything out, we have some Ethernet jacks for both sides of the wall, and then we have these connections that you will put into your drywall. So you'll make a cutout with a stencil, and then these will lock into the drywall itself. So let me show you how to install this right now. Okay, so kind of in a tight corner, this is gonna be a little awkward, but you also are gonna wanna get a stud finder and then look at your instructions on how to use your specific stud finder. But in the case, this one can look for boards, it can look for electrical wires and stuff in the wall. So we wanna make sure that we don't drill through any electrical wires when we're going through this wall. Okay, so we have a couple modes on here. If you can see right there, there's a little electric indicator. So I hold this on the wall. I'm going to go up. And right there, it looks like there's an electrical wire in the wall. So we want to stay below that. And then right here, I have 1/2 inch. And there's a center of a stud. We can see the stud that way. And right here, that's the center of another stud, which actually would make sense because there is a mounted box right above this. So I'm confident that's a stud. So we want to put it somewhere into this area and not up there. So I think in this space around this little dot and away from the wall, we will be good. So got to actually lift the tripod. We want to make a mark about 11 inches and 1/4 from the ground to just match our wall outlet. So if we're right around here, it's about 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and take a pen and mark right there. Yeah, I think we'll be good right around there. So what you're going to do is take your template out like this, and you can kind of see now that it has these little pieces that will pinch against the drywall, and that's all cool. And then you have this piece that sticks out around it, so we need to make sure that we don't go past the lip, but we essentially do the inside thickness. And then I just have a measuring leveler, excuse me, and so you can actually put this on backwards, put your level on, get a level, and then mark the inside of your cutout and cut it out. So I'm going to do that right now. Check my level one more time. And so we'll go ahead and we will cut this out in a nice square pattern. As you can see, we're actually just going to cut straight across because this is actually straight along the top right there, but the bottom's kind of cut out and in where we trace. So we'll just do some straight lines across. Okay, so the next part is taking your drill and just drilling out the corners to give yourself somewhere to put your saw. Do this nice and slow, just in case you feel any drag or maybe a cable or something that did not show up. So now we have our 4 holes drilled out. You need to go from each corner and cut through. Again, you could do that with like some type of saw if you can get it in there, or you could take a razor blade potentially. You have a really nice sharp razor blade and try to make some cuts down and across through your holes. Once you're pretty confident you've got it all the way through, you can always just take and push a side in, try to grab it and pull it out. Up to you. I know some people will even take a drill and then try to pull it out like that using their drill bit. And we have a little bit of paper just on the inside that didn't cut on that bottom side, but you can always go ahead and push that in, and now you have a pretty good hole. At this point, what I would do is I would try to drill through the other side so you know from the other side of the room where you are meeting up to have your connects go through both sides for your Ethernet plate. Okay guys, and so then you're going to take your plate and see if it fits. Make sure that your little wall lock pieces are far enough back that they're out of the way. So they should be up into the middle. And then you could put this either way. I don't think it really matters, but put them up, get them in there, and then test your hole. And you may need to make your hole a little bit bigger. In our case, we need to make it bigger, so we're gonna do that right now. Okay guys, and just like that, now our guide's in, and we need to make sure that these pieces go down behind the drywall, just like that, so they're behind it. And then when we screw these screws down, this will keep this tight against the wall. And just like that, it's tight against the wall. And so each side will get a face plate. And I would do this at the end, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you. And then you have a jack. And so you'll put this jack into, your face plate. And if you look at the back of your face plate, there's like a little buckle cutout and then just a straight edge side. So in this case, your straight edge side is going to go on the bottom, and then where that little clip out is where your jack's going to go in. And so then right there, just like that, you have Cat 6 Ethernet 45 connector, and then you're going to make or get a little like 6-inch Ethernet cable. It's going to plug into this side, and then the other one will plug into the other side. And then you'll mount that just like that, and boom, you have an Ethernet pass-through in just about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now and finish all this up, and then we can keep that cable from going from one room to the other, and it'll just pass straight through this wall right here. Okay guys, and right through there, you should see the other jack from the other side of the wall, just like that. And so what we're going to do is just plug this little 6-inch Cat 8 cable in. So it has more than enough throughput, although these are rated for Cat 6, that's fine. And then we got to make sure it's faced the same way as the other side, so our cable will just go straight through and plug in and not be all twisted and weird. Okay, so that just did a nice click, just like that. And then there's this side. And then, yeah, you're just going to kind of push that in, line it up, and then put in your 2 screws. And boom, you're all done. And boom, just like that, you have a pass-through for your internet or your Ethernet to go to any other room, or in this case, to the room next to this one, because the internet's in here, but we have some offices in the other room. So now we can do this without that cable wrapping around on the floor, nice and clean. Thank you for watching. My name is Abe, signing off with another video.